I love it, guys. Oh. Make sure you guys are using hashtag FreedomU. We're going to keep moving real quick. We've got our last panel before lunch. This is Joe.
It's getting to be a long day. First.
Pretty soon they're going to tell me it's my clothes that's making the feedback happen. I'm going to be naked up here. So I would like to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about signing loyal customers and distributors.
Somebody help her out. There we go.
All right, maybe that'll be better on all of our ears. Okay, so this loyal customer and distributor panel, will everybody please welcome Amy McTari, Jennifer Zay, Courtney Egger, Jody Butcher, and Katie Hill to the front, please. I am so excited about this panel. You know, it's not easy being the crazy one. So, this is what you guys came for, right? To learn how to add customers and distributors to your business. So I've got a pretty amazing lineup of people here, and just to start it off and do a little bit of bragging, the beautiful, amazing Jennifer Zay is on an 11 distributor streak right now. Can we just talk about that? 11 distributors in like 2 weeks? Let's go ahead and scream for her. She did that. Jen Zay, she said she was quattroing down because we call baby quattro. It's the fourth baby, so we're quattroing down, and that's exactly what happened. So, Jen, what the heck? Give us your good juju. Tell us how this is happening.
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm really, really, really freaking excited. I'm really excited. Woo! And I'm sharing that with everybody. I am calling everybody, all my maybes from 2 years ago, those people that, you know, we all have that just want to watch and wait and see what you do for a while. I'm getting them all on the phone and telling them that right now is the time, not next week, not next month, right now. We've got a Ruby bonus, you guys. Who couldn't use $500 a month? I think I'm just as excited about the Ruby bonus as I am about that triple bonus, and because I know what it can do for everybody. So I'm really, really, really excited.
So excitement is definitely, it's contagious. You know, people, I get that all the time on Facebook or in person, like, you just seem so excited, you seem so happy and positive. And I'm like, yeah, you should try it sometimes. It's really great, isn't it? So your big thing too is that you get people on the phone. As soon as they express interest, you're like, let's get on the phone. So when you got them on the phone, what's the next step?
Next up, I talk about the Ruby bonus. I talk about how, one thing I absolutely love about this company is you look at my chaotic life, and it is proof that anybody can do this. I talk about how our company has a roadmap. The only way you cannot be successful, well, for one, is to give up. Two, if you try to overcomplicate it, which I spent the first year doing. So I get them on the phone, I go through the steps of success. Quick, really, really quick. Do you know 4 people, just off the top of your head, that want to lose weight, tone and tighten, better overall health, better hair, skin, nails? You know, showing them that we don't have a demographic. That is one thing that really, really sets us apart. Everybody with skin and organs and breathing is your demographic. I have a product, and I show them that. I have a product that my 2-year-old takes up until an 88-year-old loyal customer. There's everybody is your demographic, and how easy is that?
So how are you finding all these prospects? I know now you've been out there. I just want a little disclaimer here. Jen Zay has been kicking butt and taking names. This woman wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning before her kids wake up, She's got 3 kids, the 4th on the way. Her husband's working full-time. And when you talk to her on the phone, and I'm sure you guys will talk about this on the mom panel, but it's like talking to somebody with Tourette's, because she's like, yeah, and then I was talking to sit down. I said, sit down. I'm like, oh, I am sitting. And she's like, no, not you. And then I was talking with them, and you should really try. I said, don't hit your mother. And I'm like, oh,
That's right. Naked babies. Get that
So,
I have a lot of
so she's constantly juggling, but she's waking up early, she's going to bed late, she's managing the kids, and she's somehow still making time to operate and run her business. And I know the moms are really going to go in depth with that after lunch, but prospecting wise, I mean, you've been out there blitzing consistently, you post on Facebook, and it's not just posting an advertisement, you're posting stories and personal feelings. But when somebody likes your status, what is your next, because like leads are a big one, and we're all going to talk about like leads a little bit.
I think of every single like, I picture the shy girl in the back of the classroom. She is not going to private message you. She sure as hell is not going to comment, because then everyone can see it. But she liked. That's them raising their hand, like, I'm kind of interested in whatever you're saying. And so I message them, hey, I noticed you like that hair, skin, and nail picture, kind of crazy, right? I'd love to talk to you more about it. I really try to get even potential loyal customers on the phone. I want them to hear, people can't, when you're just writing a message out, texting, people can't hear excitement in your voice. They need to get you on the phone. So I try to, even if it's just someone that liked a hair, skin, and nail picture, I want to get them on the phone.
So let's jump over to Amy, and everyone, for those of you who weren't at Limelight, let's all give a big round of applause for Amy. She was the winner. That's Stephen. Oh, right, I think so. Like, why are we cheering? She won the It Works Gives Back award. This woman goes so far out of her way to constantly give back, and her team is just absolutely phenomenal at giving back to greater causes. So congratulations, Amy, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I loved some of the tips and pointers that we were talking about in our little combo that we have on Facebook about loyal customers and distributors. When you get a loyal customer, let's talk loyal customers. When you get a loyal customer, you followed up with a like lead. Now let's say you found the product that they want. They're a loyal customer. Now what?
And this one I love to talk about because I have a lot of distributors on the team that say, okay, they said they like the thermal fit, and I sent them the information, and now what? And sometimes people are scared to follow up with them. Like if you have those people that are your fencers, I feel that it's our job. If somebody says they're interested in a product, you're giving them that information, and I feel that we need to do our due diligence of following back up with them. It's not a bad thing. You're not pestering them or anything like that. So I always tell them, be creative with it. If they said that they were going to order the thermal fit, let's say, oh, I'm going to order it on Friday. I'm so excited about it. Friday comes, you check your e-suite, nothing's in there. Now what? Just send them a quick message and say, I don't want you to think I forgot about you, but I was wanting to make sure all my orders were going out, whatever, and I didn't see your order in there. Did something happen? Did you have a problem with the website or whatever? And then they're going to be able to give you a real life answer. To say, well, actually, I didn't get around to doing it. I got so busy, the kids were running around, whatever. Okay, perfect. I totally understand that one. How about you just give me the order right now, and I'll put it in for you so you can read and see. Or if it's, something like if they didn't order, and I would follow back up with them and say in a quick message, hey, I don't want you to think I forgot about you, but I know you were really excited about that thermal fit. Are you ready to make it official or what? And then I'm going to get a real life answer of, you know what, I can't, I maybe get paid next Friday, my car broke down. You just, don't be afraid to send something to them, and just ask for it. Because if you just ask for it, you're going to get that answer. And then you're going to think about, I always say the ABCs of sales, always be closing. So always be closing to that next step. They said that Friday comes, you're doing your due diligence and following back up with you. I always like to tell people too that people are on what I call a lifetime. So we're so excited, that we want them to order, and we are on like now time, but people have life situations going on, and it's not that they're not going to order, it's just, it's going to be at their moment at that time. So just keep following back, and you're going to close that deal.
Absolutely. So where do you meet most of your loyal customers?
Well, everywhere, whether it's from a party, whether it's I have 4 kids myself, and so they obviously have me in a million different directions. So I have used social media to the max. I feel that it's for myself. It's built my business. It's gotten me to triple because I didn't get on Facebook until I joined It Works. So I had to go out and find friends, and so I get a lot of my loyal customers from there, from old college, high school, and just from referrals from other people. I'm always trying to see ways that I can take that one person and maximize it and get 10 people's names off of that one person. Maybe that comes from who's my favorite, my recruiting days or whatever. But
And we're going to talk a little bit more about some of your social media strategies too. But so a lot of your loyal customers and distributors come from your social media. Let's jump over to Courtney. Hey.
hey,
So where do you find most of your distributors? Because you're rocking. I heard you're built for presidential.
I do like my distributors. I have a hard time, So when I first started, I was so excited to go full-time. It probably took me 2 more times of going to work and class, and I was just ready to jump right in. And then once I was working from home all the time, I was using Facebook. That built my business. But then I realized that once you hit your warm market, you have to start building more and getting outside. So that was probably the scariest thing for me. Blitzing was definitely terrifying. And once I realized how you can start building relationships with people, I love people. That was why in the beginning I was so excited about this, just to genuinely be able to share this product. So that was exciting for me, so I started going back to class once in a while. Anytime anyone's having a party, I don't care what it is, I'll be there with a big smile on my face and ready to meet new people. There's an opportunity no matter what. I don't have children. I will start running children because you guys have a huge advantage of being able to do that. Activities, tons of different things. Every opportunity to meet someone. My fiance always says we're in the people business, so you're never out of business, you never run out. Just you have to get yourself in front of them.
I love it. And I hear you're a loyal customer machine. And so, loyal customer machine who doesn't like blitzing, how do you just go about your day and find loyal customers wherever you go?
When I realized that I do blitz every day, and I've always blitzed, I just didn't directly approach someone and say, hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? I would genuinely start a conversation asking how their day is going. The more questions you ask someone, and people love to talk about themselves, you're going to find out how you can help them. So we have a product for everyone, you guys know that, but they don't. They know us with the body wrap. They don't realize the things that we can offer, whether it be the business or the products. In the beginning, I led more with the business, but loyal customer-wise now, it's always having your products in your purse. We know when we're distributors because you can hear us walking with all of our supplements and things like that, and just introducing it into your daily life.
I love it. And just like you said, making it a part of life makes things a lot easier instead of having to intentionally take that time to go out and go blitzing. Although we do group blitzes too, I find the majority of my loyal customers and distributors the same exact way, just going out and starting a genuine conversation with people. I go out with the intention to try to make somebody's day better, try to make them smile. I won't ever forget this woman at Panera. It was over some holiday weekend, and she had slid my sandwich over to me, and I stopped and I said, well, how was your weekend? And you should have seen the look on her face, because nobody talks to them. They just grab their sandwich and keep going. She took her towel out of her uniform, folded it up, set it on the counter, leaned over, and she goes, let me tell you, I had my grandbabies this weekend, and those kids are just crazy. And she just started going, and we had a good 5-minute conversation. The other people behind us were getting pretty irritated, so I looked at her and I said, you know what? You're just so fun. I have to give you my card. And I handed it to her. Oh, what is this? Boom, the conversation started. I said, well, it looks like you're getting a lineup here, so why don't I get your phone number? I'll shoot you a text. We can connect when you get off work, and we'll see if it's something that you like. And a friendship was formed. She follows me on Facebook. She likes all my stuff. She never joined the team, but that relationship is there, and who knows, 5 years from now, she could be sitting up here with us. So let's jump over to Jody, because Jody, you had said earlier during your story that when Lisa called you and was like, what are you doing? Because you were adding just loyal customer. How'd you make that transition into then building your business?
Well, like I said, once I realized I was in multi-level marketing, then I started the biggest thing that I think I do, besides obviously creating relationships, is I listen and I watch. I'm listening for people who want to be a stay-at-home mom. The Monday post, I dread going to work tomorrow or going to work today. The people who are, you know, just always complaining about their job, complaining about not being able to stay home with their kids, missing things. So I started listening more, and turning the $59 wrap box into the opportunity was huge for me once I started learning that. But one of my amazing leaders, Kelly Stricker, she taught me how to be the best Facebook stalker ever. And so I start friending friends that I have mutual friends with and watching their posts and seeing how bad their life is. And I'll shoot them a message and say, I couldn't help but see your post, but I saw that we have some mutual friends, and I'm not sure if you know what I do, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, you know, and just I create relationships, but I listen and I watch.
I love that. And at any given time, you guys could probably go to my Facebook and see that I've got 30 to 50 conversations going on at once. You know, just saying hi, talking to people, how's your day going, how's work, hey, where are you working now, where did we meet? And there's this great little function on Facebook, if you guys don't know about it, you have to do it from a computer. On your cover photo, you click that activity button, it'll drop down, it's called activity log. On the left-hand side, it'll show you all the things you've commented, all the things you've liked on, or you can select friends, and you can actually see in chronological order who you've added. So what I did when they announced the bonuses is I went back, because I'm always adding friends to Facebook while blitzing. So I hit that activity log, and boom, all 34 people I added in December were right there. So I right-click open, right-click open, right-click open, and I just start conversations. Hey girlfriend, we met at the dollar store. Remember all that green crap I was buying? Oh, that was crazy. You know, whatever it is, and just get those conversations moving. And I'm the same way. I wait for that marker, something, you know. I ask enough questions about them where they start asking questions about me, and that only one is the one you need. What do you do? Bing, yes, that's all I needed was you to open that door for me.
The other thing is, it's important to watch what your loyal customers are ordering each month, because if they're ordering even remotely close to $80, 80 BV a month, that's when it's time to give them a call, check in with them and say, listen, do you know that you're ordering exactly what it takes for us to run our business each month? And, you know, converting them loyal customers into distributors.
I know, actually that's how Jessica Myers got started. Let's ask a question. How many of you started as loyal customers in this business? Holy cow, okay. So quite a few. I don't know if you guys looked around, but there's quite a few people. So really don't be afraid to offer them the business opportunity. Like Jody said, you know, all it took was just a little simple verbiage switch to start offering that business up. So Katie, you started out as a loyal customer, 2.5 years. It took you so long, but... So now, talk to us from the loyal customer perspective. You were a customer, kept going, kept buying, your mom was purchasing, you went to a wrap party, that's what started the whole wanting to be a distributor. But now when you're talking to people, prospects, do you approach it differently because you were a customer?
Well, I can tell them how I was a customer first, you know, so they know that I'm knowledgeable with, I guess, the loyal customer program and all the perks and stuff like that. But I just ask a lot of questions. That's something that Sarah's taught us, and I picked up more. If you ask questions, you can, I don't know, it's just, like
Let's talk about these questions, because I know all of us kind of mentioned that during our little chat, was sometimes our newbies don't know what kind of questions to ask. So what kind of questions are we talking about?
I love to just ask, well, what are you know, if somebody Facebook messages me, hey, I'm finally interested in trying one of those wraps. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting, yeah, and you know, when can you get together? Or, you know, can you get together this weekend? I usually pick 2 times, like, hey, I'm available Friday and Sunday, can you get together this weekend? I'd love to wrap with you. But then I ask questions as far as, you know, what are your goals as far as health or body goes? And then they'll tell me, well, I just really want to tone my tummy up after having a baby, or I really want to lose, you know, 5 pounds or 50 pounds, or even better skin. You have to know. You have to ask these questions, because, you know, I'll get somebody like, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds, I'm going to start with Fat Fighter. And I'm like, okay, you know, we talk about, I ask them if they're regular, and they say no. Well, I explain why we're not going to order Fat Fighter first. We tell them about greens. So you have to get them what they need. You have to ask them those questions, because they're going to have better results. You have to ask them about their daily bodily functions. You have to ask them what their goals are.
Do you poop?
You have to ask them.
Let's talk about it. It's my icebreaker everywhere. I have an I pooped today sticker in my wallet because everybody always asks me about it. And regular, I got it confused with relief when I first started because it was like, you know, and right? So ask those questions, even the uncomfortable ones. I just straight out with it. You didn't poop today. I could tell by the shape of your stomach. I know now whether you did or not when I take that wrap off because it's been so long. Talk about those things, and then I think too, just telling people what they need is a huge thing because if they knew what they needed, they'd already have it.
You have to be assumptive. I talk to my team about that. I always, you know, at wrap parties, my big thing is, well, here's a pen, you know, and I take my pen and I'm like, you know, helping them with their order form. Here, how can I help you with your order form? Do you know what you're getting today? And I'm, you know, I'm just being assumptive. And so if I'm talking to them about products that they're interested in, I always say, okay, well, I want to start you off with the greens, and then we can add fat fighter later. You know, I want to start you off with the greens and the regulars so we can get you going on that. And so I tell them what they're going to order. You know, we learned that from Jody. You know, what do you, not assuming myself. I'm giving them permission to order. So you are just telling them, I want to get you started on this, and then they're like, okay, well, I'm getting started on this, you know. So I always assume they're coming to me, they're interested in, you know, what we have. I tell them what's going to be best for them, and they're going to order.
So let's hop over to new distributors because we're in a crazy season of growth right now. So we have so many newbies. How many of you have been with us for less than 30 days? Ooh, yeah, high five for being at your first event. That's awesome. So you guys are still up for your $500 bonus. Congratulations. Let's teach them some things that they can do to take home and start signing those distributors. So what's a question that you could ask to maybe engage somebody who might be interested in becoming a distributor?
So if they're interested, ask them what their goals are. Show them the average income chart, where are you at. I use the third-party tools, those recorded prospecting calls, the party pad presentations. If you are brand new, do not feel like you need to know everything about the business before you present this business. If you are brand new and you're not where you want to be yet, don't let that stop you from sharing this business from other people because I guarantee, meet people here. You're gonna meet someone who this business has done everything for. Get them on the phone with your upline. Get those three-way calls. Just say, hey, there's something that I think you'd be amazing at because, and then fill in the blank. Why do you want them on your team? Tell them that and get them on a three-way call.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for me was I expect greatness from people. When Mark Pentecost first came to Toledo, it was an event that we did, and I was getting ready to leave, and he said, hey, Sarah. And I froze. So I was like, first of all, the CEO remembered my name. Holy crap. My sister was freaking out in the back, like, oh my God, Mark said her name. He goes, I'll see you in Florida. And to get to Florida, that meant I had to go from diamond to double diamond within that month. And it was the first time that somebody really expected something from me. And I think it's the reason that I am where I am today, because never in my life has everybody expected me to quit. Everybody expected me to fail. Everybody expected me to give up by now. He was the only one that expected me to be there, expected me to be in Florida. And I try to have that same expectation with my new distributors. I expect that you're gonna sign up, you're gonna launch in your first 7 to 10 days. We're gonna get those first 4 loyal customers in your first 2 weeks at least. We're gonna get you that $120 in free product, and then we're gonna find people who wanna join your team. I expect it because I know that it's possible. And I think that's also one of the things that you're really good at, is just expecting that next step. So let's talk about launching distributors. Let's jump over to Jody. New distributor joins your team, what's the first thing they should do?
Absolutely set up their launch party. In fact, I have them set up 2 right off the bat, because for those people who can't come to the first one, I want their second one, I want her to have 2 dates for them to be able to pick up.
To tie up this panel, why don't we each share just a little tips you guys have prepared for loyal customers and distributors? Whoever wants to go first.
A couple tips is, one mistake I made in the beginning, I was so focused on getting loyal customers that I had my blinders on, and that was the only thing that I was going for. And I soon realized that I needed to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, is talk about the business and the product side in the same sentence. Because every one of us have joined for different reasons. You know, I joined because I believed in, who I was meeting with, and I put the wrap on and signed on the dotted line. I didn't even know what my results were at that point. And so there is many of other me's out there that sign on the spot. So make sure when you're talking to somebody, I know you're going for your 4 loyal customers to get your credit and get those loyal customers in, but if someone comes to you and says, hey, Amy, what's this crazy wrap thing? I'm going to tell them what it is, but in the same breath, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I don't know if you thought about maybe doing something on the side, but this is an awesome opportunity. You can join this journey with me, just like how I did. And you can use the products as you go. So you just never know. So
One of the big things I always get to is, tell me more about It Works. You guys get that? And they'll inbox you. And I'm like, well, I could talk all day about It Works. So what do you want to know? Are you interested in the product or the business? That's immediately my next question. If they say business, the very next thing that I do is send over the average income chart and say, pick one. They pick one, and then we talk about why they're interested in making money, what brought them to this, why did they choose me? I start really going after those questions, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But the average income chart, there's huge power in it, and just saying pick one. And there's tons of perks for being a loyal customer, so there's no reason, if you don't want to make money, you should be a loyal customer, because you're going to get the free shipping, you're going to get free product after 6 months, after a year, all the perk points, there's tons. And now with the wrap, refer some loyal customers, get free wraps, stuff like that. So let's jump over to Courtney.
My biggest tip is, if you just started yesterday or if you've been in 3 years, what's going to take you to the next level or make your business really grow is believing. So believing in yourself, believing in the company, the products. If you don't know what you have your hands on, you're not going to share it with people. So I heard an awesome story, and it was, I'm going to share it with you guys. So let's pretend that someone tells you the secret to growing a real money tree. So this is a way to help people, give them all of their answers for financial situations and their struggles. What's going to be the one reason that you don't share it with them? If someone else walked up to you and said, my car broke down, we're filing for bankruptcy, I have a dream of owning a home, I want to stay home with my children, the only reason why you're not going to share it with them is if you don't believe it. So, if you've never done network marketing, or you only have heard the bad things about network marketing, find out the possibilities of what you have with your hands on with this industry. I knew nothing about it, but my amazing upline, she pounded belief into me the second I met her, because she was so excited, and I just knew that I just had to follow the leader. And that's what took me to the next level, and I really hope that if you guys haven't met that person yet, you have lots of sidelines in the room that will be happy to share their tricks with you.
I love it.
Something I just wanted to share really quick is I look at this business as a gift, and each one of us has been blessed with that gift. And each one of you are selfish if you're not sharing it with people, because that is our job. When you have been blessed with a gift, it's your job to be able to share it with others and make a difference in their life. And I look at every person that way, because you don't know. Like, I pray every day that God puts people in my path who either need these products or the business. You don't know who He's putting in your path, so you better be talking about it to everybody and sharing it with everybody.
And just being really aware. That little voice in the back of your head will tell you to go talk to people. Listen to it. Listen to it. Seriously. There was one time we were in Florida, we were supposed to leave, and Josh said, I don't think we should go yet. And he's not the type of guy that gets gut feelings like that, So I'm like, well, okay, change the flight, let's stay. So we stayed another week, and we were there, and he goes, well, where should we go to lunch? And I'm like, I don't know, this is your gut feeling that we're operating on, where should we go to lunch? So he picked this place, and as soon as we walked in, I saw this girl with this crazy back tattoo right when we walked through the door, and it caught me because it was so different. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy this. She seems awesome. She seems really cool, rock star. And we're sitting there, and she's behind us doing homework, and she starts talking about diseases and the devil and how she thinks that they're one and the same. And I'm looking at him, my eyes just keep getting bigger with everything that she says, when you're like, oh my God, they're just feeding it to you. You're like, yes. And I looked at Josh, I said, I have to give her my card. And he was, so go do it. And I said, she's gonna think I'm crazy. She's sitting behind me, doing her homework, minding her own business. And he looked at me and he goes, so what if she does? So I turned around and I ended up blitzing her. We had a great conversation. Fast forward, her roommate wanted to try a wrap. that roommate had just been watching YouTube videos of me the day before. We were on the phone and she's like, your voice is really familiar. What's your name again? And I told her, and she's like, oh, I was just watching your rap videos. Like, what are the odds? But if we would have never listened to that little voice, it would have never happened. So just follow that instinct because it's there for a reason.
I have 3 small tips. Always share what you're doing on Facebook. I'm very blue. That's why Amy Muller joined my team, is because she saw me running around town having so much fun. So I always post about what I'm doing, lots of pictures. We all know when we get back from conference, we have all these people like, what are you doing in Florida? I want to come, But I give people 2 choices. When we go through the party pad, whether I'm at, just a one-on-one or a party, I say, so you have 2 choices. You can become a loyal customer, enjoy wholesale pricing, and whatever, or you can become a distributor and, enjoy the wholesale pricing and all that, and make money at the same time. So I don't even give them the option. Here it is, you have 2 choices, pick one. And then my other thing is, when I'm talking to distributors, whether I'm doing a prospecting call with somebody on my team or if I'm with them, we go through everything. At the end I say, now on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're not interested at all, and 10 being you're ready to sign up today, where are you at? And they tell me, and if they're a 9, oh, I just have to go home and talk to my husband. I'm like, great, when does he get home? And 5 o'clock, okay, well great, why don't we talk again at like 9 o'clock and we'll get you signed up tonight after you talk to him. Or if they say I'm like a 7, I say, what more information, or what information do you need from me to get you to a 10? You have to know what they need. So, and then that way you can see what they're feeling and where they're at and schedule the next time. If they say, oh, I have to talk to my husband, decide when you are going to talk to them next.
I love that, and keep in mind too that asking those questions are huge. When I have somebody who's interested in the product or the business and they're not moving forward, my next question immediately is, what are you afraid of? What's holding you back from getting started today? Because if it's something that I haven't covered or haven't talked enough about, I need to know that, as a businesswoman, and as a leader, I need to know what's going to hold them back, what's making them afraid of taking that next step. Jen, what would your tip be for everybody?
Probably the best tip you've ever told me is to get over yourself. I was offended, by the way, when you first said that. Side note, but it was really rude. But it was very, very, very true to get over myself. I did not post on Facebook for the first several months. Yeah, that look is what I got a lot. Because I didn't want to be that girl. We all know that girl. And so that prevented me from truly running my business. And my business didn't run. Nothing happened. And so just getting out of your own way, getting out of your own head, you're your own worst critic. And anyone that's going to judge you for what you do, unless they pay your mortgage, I really don't care. I cared a lot at first, but I get to pay my mortgage now, and they don't. So just get out of your own way, get out of your head, and share what you have with everyone.
Absolutely. Well, that is it for our loyal customer distributor panel. Guys, we're going to go ahead and break for lunch.